Lilly Ledbetter. Hi, Lilly. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. It's wonderful to be here.
I'm being honored.
Absolutely.
Give us a little bit about your background.
Well, I just was ordinary citizen, had a very simple life, and thought I'd work hard, raise my family, save, and retire, and enjoy life. I thought that was the American way, and then I found out my employer chose to not pay me what I had legally earned and was entitled to under the law, and I just couldn't let it go. So I filed a charge with the Equal Employment Commission. Later went to federal court, ended up in the Supreme Court, and that carried me all the way to Congress, to the House, to the Senate, and then on to the White House, and now I'm in the history of the law name for the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act.
Now, not everybody. There are many people that get frustrated in life and sort of like say, "Oh well, I guess it's the system. It's just the way it is." You obviously didn't do that. Where do you feel that came from inside of you?
Well, I watched as John F. Kennedy, President, signed the Equal Pay Law in 1963, and I knew that I was entitled to equal pay. And then President Johnson next year signed the Title VII, and I worked for a corporation that had government contracts, and I felt sure that they were being checked and audited in order to get those huge government contracts, but they did not. And the sad part, I worked there 19 years as a manager, paid 40% less than my white male counterparts, and that not only affected my pay and overtime then, but it affects my retirement, my 401k, and my Social Security today.
And today, you think things are much better in general for women?
It's a little, not much. We're not near there. We were too far behind, and there's much more work to be done because the Ledbetter bill only put the law back to where it was prior to the ruling in my case. So there is a great deal more work to be done. We've got to get more done. We've got to have some more bills passed. Paycheck fairness has been in the Senate several times on the vote, and this last two times not one Republican would vote for it, only Democrats. And we've got to carry that forward. Had that been the law, that would have protected me. Now the two executive orders that the President signed a few weeks ago, March the 8th I believe, that would have protected me because that requires anyone with government contracts to furnish documentation and prove that they are adhering to the law to have those contracts. Otherwise, they do not get them.
All right, that's good news.
Money. So it's really, there's some progress, and there are a lot of corporations and employers changing because they realize it helps their company have a better net profit, better.
Okay, last question. What's good news for you?
Good news is more progress will be made, and people like this here tonight with enthusiasm and the work behind them they'll be doing, there will be more work. I travel constantly now speaking about equal pay and families across the nation because it's an epidemic.